it was called Peripheric, but at that time we were thinking about the center-margin relationship between Iași and Bucharest. We didn't think about the whole world. And slowly this festival was growing, and I think that we passed this condition of an institution run by artists. We wanted to produce a discourse. And you have here a list of what are we doing. The institution is called Vector. You know from physics what is a vector. It has a sense, a direction, and a point of departure. And it's a positive, it's an affirmation. We are positive. So it is a vector now in 2007. It means a gallery, a non-profit space. It's a magazine. We print 4 issues per year, and we are happy that we'll be in this Documenta publication program with this. It's VAD, it's a Vector Art Data Bank. We are collecting informations about artists, art projects, and art initiatives from the region. And when I describe the region, it's not about this Southeast Europe. We are extending over the political borders our vision. So we have very good links in Ukraine, in Odessa, in Kiev, in Donbass, as well in Macedonia. As well, we collaborate with Digital Art Club from Poland, from Tel Aviv, by exchanging information and doing common projects. We have a residency program by encouraging regional exchange of artists and curators. And of course, we have the most important event, which is probably the most visible, is the Peripheric Biennale. Okay. So, just to have a structure, what I told you, so in between 2 main events, like Peripheric, number 6 or number 7, we organized until now 7 editions, and we are on the way to produce the 8th edition of Peripheric. We have these smaller events, organized smaller events which are exhibitions, lectures, workshops, a wide range of educational program activities, and which are under 2 different pressures. From below, local relevance. Are we doing something for the local scene? In fact, everything we do is for encouraging and to encourage the art production and to encourage and to create a context for professional production. So local relevance and international visibility. What are we talking is interesting for you or not? For you or for the other? So what is Peripheric? Here is a story about it. So, develop a local art scene in the 90s, inscribed Iași on the map. The idea of getting visibility was the main reason for the adoption of the Biennale format in 2001. But we are aware of this inflation of biennales. I met an artist, a very talented, intelligent American artist who has a Biennale in his kitchen in the United States. So, come on. Yes, it was a good ringing bell. Yes, so hey, we are here, look at us. It's Biennale with double N. But in the meantime, is this exactly what we try to do? And we took the decision that in 2008 we'll stop calling ourselves biennial for contemporary art. So in fact, the flag will be the same, it will have the same color, but the stick will be different. So I think that we will, Peripheric probably to be a platform from theory and for art practice probably, but we'll see. So the last edition will be a biennial, and we'll continue according to produce this project, but according to the local situation, and I think that biennial is not the right format to continue. Also, Peripheric developed a discourse in the 2000s, taking account of the regional context, and now related to the social rearticulation, political awareness, and economical restructuration. Peripheric is developing a critical and reflexive analysis which aims to redistribute the relevant information for carrying out the regional cultural expertise. So I think that if you would come, and you're invited to come to our institution, we have an archive. We have books, DVDs, tapes, and people, and you can have an idea what's happening there. What is the history of the place? I made this metaphor in the beginning by telling you that the region cannot be judged in a simplistic, superficial way. Things are very complicated. If you drive 100 kilometers, maybe you can change 2 different cultures. Okay, so now I want just to show you some works, because I think that I believe that we have to discuss about works, because this is the most important thing in art, that the works and what are they saying. This is in 2003, periphery number 6. We worked, it was in fact the first time when we made a political step. We decided that we can invite a foreign curator to do an exhibition and to scan and to analyze what is this context. Because all these events are about our context, about Iași, not about Romania, not about Eastern Europe. I'm talking about Iași. And we invited a Swedish curator, his name is Anders Kreuger, who studied comparative literature, who speaks fluent Russian and Lithuanian, who was the founder of the Nordic Institute for Contemporary Art, NIFCA, in Helsinki, and who pronounced very properly the name of the artists, and who spent, I think that altogether, 4 or 5 months in Iași. He had, during a period of 2 years, we worked for about 2 years to prepare a project about Iași, and it was called Prophetic Corners. It started in January 2002 as a project, and we ended in the summer of 2003. And Prophetic Corners is inspired from Walter Benjamin writings. He wrote a very beautiful book called Berliner Childhood around 1900. And it was an exhibition about the future. How can you imagine the future, but not thinking in a Western linear way? So, living the past, so knowing the past, living the present, we can predict the future. It's not like that. Because in this novel of Walter Benjamin, he has an interesting description. In an evening, he's walking on the zoological garden in Berlin, and he sees some trees. And for him, those trees with the different shadows and lights, for him, are a future which is not like the past. So, in fact, this exhibition was a collection of projects relating to this idea and vision of the time. What we have here, it's a work of a Swedish artist, Mats Leiderstam. Mats Leiderstam is interested in the idea, he's working with the museum, with the condition of the museum, with the definition of the museum, with the work of art and the status of the work of art in a museum. What you have here, may you see the mouse? Is the mouse here? No. Yeah, it's a mouse. Can you see the mouse? So this picture in the left part is a painting of the city of Iași from 1840. It is made by an Austrian tourist painter who spent 1 year in Iași making the portraits of the local elites. And it's a description of the city with its architecture and its social structure. And Leiderstam installed 2 lenses, as you can see. One is focusing on a street from the painting, and the other one, through an open window, you can focus on the same street, which was in Iași. Of course, now it's asphalt there. So in fact, he wanted to create a kind of a dialogue between the past and the present. Oh, nice. This is another work, I'm sorry. What is that? Sorry, it's something. Can you help me today? It's not working properly. Just a second, excuse me. Okay. Thank you. Okay. This is Straila. And Artura Straila was doing a research in the Lithuanian Film Archive. And what you see,